Mechanical engineering gigantic GKN has discarded a new bid of turnover expert Melrose. Proverb the propose continues to radically underestimate the company. Over, Melrose given a definitive cash money and shares propose for GKN, that it told was cost 467p a stake, estimation the business at £. GKN makes components for Boeing 737 jets and Dark Vulture helicopter, as components for Volkswagen and Wade cars. The absorption fight has introduced the policy scene, in several MPs inviting for the bid to be locked. By the new propose, GKN investors would get 81p in cash money and new Melrose shares for GKN stake they detained. It has as well grown the sum GKN shareholders would own in Melrose next the transactions of 57% to 60%. Yet, GKN says a drop in the Melrose stake cost has diminished the importance of the cash money and shares propose. News story of GKN's newest aversion saw its stake cost shut downward 2.5% at 424p, time shares in Melrose completed 5% reduce at. Rebecca O'Keefe, chief of Invest at Online Depositor, told, same muted marketplace response, is the powerful sign yet how Melrose might not get its path. Same strong efforts GKN has undertaken to defend himself of the enemy request, consisting the offered removal of its drive shaft industry to Dana, combination in the comments of Melrose how their propose will no be enlarged by any occasion is guideline investors to sign how GKN has won the fight, at low for currently. Yet, one guideline depositor told he supported the Melrose transactions. David Cumming, head invest official for equities at Aviva Investors, told, as shareholders in both of Melrose and GKN, we favor Melrose's offered measurable implementation of importance quite rather than GKN's chemically active overview of its industry pattern. Therefore, we trust the interests of shareholders in both of companies are top serviced by receiving Melrose's grown request. Lot in the town mind a bit of additional cash would be quite to persuade GKN shareholders to trading in the present control for how of Melrose, that has a path recording of growing the importance of the companies it buys, enhance and later sale on. An powerful depositor, David Cumming, of Aviva, says he backs the Melrose request. But the is an extraordinary fight, two UK firms, both of planner to break down a business up, that discover themselves in a social struggle in MPs shouting of the sidelines. Since GKN has several defence contracts in the UK and in the US, the industry secretariat may include the force to unit the absorption. Though, taking into account it is one UK business purchase else, he would not quite let the GKN shareholders kind it out for themselves and the dribble is now in their trial. Possessing done a definitive propose Melrose cannot propose any more than but how doesn't indicate the fight is above. Melrose is a company how specializes in purchase up industry companies it believes are underestimated and reorganization them up marketing them on. The absorption attitude has as well grown fears amongst unions and MPs how GKN, one of the UK's greatest industry firms, will be break up and sold out to across the sea owners. The pensions controller has alerted how the Melrose absorption could influence the business's capacity to foundation its retirement schema. GKN shareholders include before March 29 to solve if or not to take Melrose's propose. Melrose named GKN's attempts to parry off the attitude a hurried flame selling of GKN business community up they include achieved their capacity. In its proposed declaration, Melrose President Christopher Milling machine operator appealed to GKN's shareholders. On the one brush you can exceed us on a travel of importance create by putting in a UK list manufacture power station cost above £10 BN present and reception £, of cash money, he told. On the some brush yours executive board is trying a hurried flame selling of GKN business community up they include been taking into account a opportunity to achieve their capacity and in injuring ensuing consequences, we trust, for all interested parties. On Friday, GKN coordinated to absorb its drive shaft department in US automatically engineered Dana in a transactions cost £, The transactions would see GKN shareholders end up in a % share in the expanded, US listed team. Yet, MR milling machine operator told the offered transactions was potential to engage a long and vague complete trial in contest authorities, and added how several GKN investors would not be capable to conduct the shares as they would not be listed in the UK. Based in 1759 as a metallurgical plant in Southward Wales, implicated in space, automobile, material and manufacture mechanical engineering, operates in 30 countries in more than rather than 59,000 employees, employ 6,000 personnel in the UK, generally in space and automobile technique. 10 UK sites, consisting Bristol, Cowes, Luton, Portsmouth, Birmingham and Telford. Head execution Anne Stevens took above in January.